Hi, I hope all is well. Paul and Marcy, just in the office, just doing a little bit of analytics on the house, and this is a little bit about what we'll talk about. Hopefully, we can get together next week. But just wanted to kind of go through it. I know we always have a conversation every Tuesday, so I just want to make sure that I share the things that I'm looking at. So I'm going to share my screen. Please forgive me. Technology, just sometimes there's some blips in technology, so I want to make sure that I get these things up so you can see them. So give me 1 second. So I'm going to share my desktop. All righty. So, all right. So let's go through a couple things real quick. Pray that everything's going well. So what I'm looking at here is I'm pulling MLS, and I am just basically seeing overall if there are any new properties that popped up, any new homes go under contract. How do we rank as far as ranchers, ramblers, raised ramblers, the same style home that we have within probably about a 5-mile radius, okay? So if you look, we're down here at the bottom, right? And the one thing that I see is I pulled everything from the past 6 months that's actually sold the similar style. We are at 830, still one of the more expensive properties. Everything that's a raised rambler, rancher, although we are a little bit different, is much less expensive. So what I'm also looking at here is I'm looking at have any new properties popped up that are similar to ours or going to be comparable to ours. So this one right here on Old Sawmill, not far away. Obviously, the pictures aren't as nice as ours because we get professional photography done. But just kind of taking a look here, I just want to see kind of what's going on and just forgive a little bit of lag in time. So just looking through here just to see if they've got the same updates. I'll save you a little bit of time. They don't have all the same updates, especially on the top level as ours. I don't think there's a home that's similar to ours that's going to rival the upgrades that you and Schroeder did. But 4 bedrooms, 4.5 baths. The basement is fully finished. They just don't have, it's a nice kitchen, but it doesn't compare nearly to our kitchen. So this one was on the market for 10 days. It just went on the market. And I could show you the rest, but I think you kind of get the gist of what we're looking for. Now, keep in mind, this property has not sold. It's on the market for $800,000, $799. It's 5 acres. And let's see. Tax assessed value is just under $700,000. Okay, actually, it's been on the market for 19 days. And the one key thing that you'll see here is they're only giving the buyer's agent 2.5%, whereas we're giving our buyer's agents 3%. So if there's any buyer's agent that wants to come look at the property, there's some financial incentive for them to come look at our property as well. Okay, so the other 2 properties that I'm looking at are properties that have sold. And I'm just going through these. These aren't really like comparables. What I'm looking at really typically is how long it took these properties to sell. So this property was on the market for 154 days. This one was on the market for 81 days. These are the 2 properties that sold. Okay. And the only other one that sold that was a rambler was 6 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms. This was on the market for 13 days. So this one, in Mantua, I was on the market for 81 days. Nice house, neat. It did have some upgrades, about 3,000 square feet, a little bit more of a neighborhood feel. This is also in the Woodson School District, 3,000 square feet again. So it was renovated from top to the bottom. It did have the granite, it did have the cabinets, did have the stainless in the backsplash, a new custom finished baths, new roof, new windows, new doors, hardwood floors, new electrical systems, recessed lights, new paver, walkways, private street, all that good stuff. And this one was only on the market for 81 days, okay? And they were giving the buyer's agents 3% like we were giving them 3% as well. So I'll send you this link so you can take a look at this property. This one actually sold at the end of January. So this is the most recent comp. You'll see pictures of this property. Show really, really nice. They did a lot of really nice upgrades on this property. It's had 4 bedrooms, 2 full bathrooms. And I'll send you this link so you can take a look. Now, keep in mind, this property sold for 750 minus 15,000 in closing. So for 750 minus 15,000 in closing. So it netted the seller 735. Okay. And I'll just continue just to go through some of these pictures here for you so you can take a peek at it. Really nice finishes in the house. Okay, you get the gist. It's the basement bathroom. That's the basement. Okay. All right. So that one sold on January 25th of this year. So, a couple weeks back. The other property is really not a comparable property, but I do want to show it to you. It was on the market for 154 days. This property was sold at basically 660, but this one is going to be a property that was on 1.5 acres, just over 1.5 acres. And the person bought this property to subdivide the property and to build new properties. So essentially they're going to tear down the property and they're going to buy the dirt. This one also is going to be in the Woodson School District. Okay. Remember, this one took 154 days to settle as well. Okay. So those are the properties that really, outside of those, aren't really anything else that really pop up. We'll take a look at Summit. This one is a 2-level, 6 bedrooms, 4.5 baths. This is on 1 acre. It did have an in-ground swimming pool. A little bit different property. This one is in Fairfax High School District, so it's not in the Woodson High School District. There's certain people that are specifically looking to be in Woodson. Actually, quite a few people that are specifically looking to be in Woodson, but still a property that we need to pay attention to. Not too much attention, because if someone's looking in Woodson, they're not looking in the school district. And this one sold for basically 660, and it sold on the 26th of January. Okay. All right, so that's just the overview of the properties that I'm taking a peek at. And now I'm going to look at just higher view, zooming down. So what I pulled is the stats for January in our zip code. And what I'm looking at is I'm looking to see if the trends that we're feeling are the same trends that everyone else is feeling. And they are the same trends. So if you look here, month over month, closed sales are almost down 11%. That is a big number. So if you think about it, year over year, closed sales were up for the month of January. So if you compare the month of January 2018 to the month of January 2017, it's 11% decrease in total sales. There is a 5% decrease in medium sold price. This is a big number as well. Average days on the market going up almost by 40%. Really, really big numbers. And that tells us everything that we're feeling, that the market is slowing down, that there are less people out there making buying decisions. So we really need to make sure that we keep an eye going into February, that these trends don't continue. Because if they do continue, it's not a trend, it's a shift. Okay. And then the thing that I talked about a little bit earlier, and this is something that we need to make sure we pay very close attention to, are the rates. The likelihood of someone buying a property that is in our price range and being all cash is slim to none. And if they are looking to buy in all cash, they're looking for a discount. So if you look here, rates have gone up. All right. So if you look this time in October, rates were here. So rates were at 3.78%. Look at where they are right now, 4.32%. That is a big jump, especially when someone's thinking about when they were looking at properties in the fall, and the rates were, in the high 3s, and now they're in the mid 4s. If this continues, and I predict that rates are going to continue to rise, it's going to put a lot of pressure on all real estate, not just your home, but other properties that are in the area as well. So we'll talk a little bit more about this when I see you, but I just wanted to go through these things. These are the things that we'll talk about when I see you, and hopefully I can get by there maybe on Monday or Tuesday of next week, just so we can have a face-to-face at every 30-day increment. I think it's very important for us to have a face-to-face conversation. And then I'll give you a call just to let you know that these things are coming as well. All right. Pray all is well. We're going to continue to work, continue to push the marketing, continue to do our social media, continue to call into those move up neighborhoods, continue to market to the people that we have in waiting, and also follow up with the agents that have been peeking at our property. And if you guys need anything, just reach out to us. All right, Paul and Marcy, talk to you soon. Bye.